We love cake. Cake is a great dessert to have on hand for any occasion, and the rainbow cake that we're going to be making today is a wonderful thing that you can bring for any and every event and celebration. Whether you're a beginner baker or the next contestant on the Great British Bake Off, this is a dessert that you can make with a little bit of effort and a whole lot of fun.
There
we go. All right. Now we're back in business.
Okay.
So what do we do? Just grab and
Just
smush?
grab a bunch and just smush it right on, yeah.
Luckily for us, we have baking expert Sabrina of Sabrina's Dolci here with us today to show us how to make this rainbow cake.
Hi everyone, I'm Sabrina from Sabrina's Dolci. I make cakes, cupcakes, and other treats for any special occasion. I started baking a few years ago as a hobby for friends and family, and over the past year, I've really expanded my business, and you can find me on Sabrina's Dolci on Instagram.
So Sabrina, what ingredients do we need to make this cake?
So to start, you're gonna need 6 baking pans, buttered and floured. Then you're gonna need 3 cups of flour, 3 cups of sugar, 2.5 teaspoons of baking powder, and a pinch of salt. For our wet ingredients, you're gonna need 2 sticks of butter, 7 egg whites, a cup and a half of buttermilk, 2 teaspoons of vegetable oil, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Then you're gonna want food coloring to dye your batter. So to make our batter, we're gonna start with our dry ingredients. First, we're gonna add in our flour. Next, we're gonna add in our sugar. Now we're gonna add in our baking powder. And lastly, we're gonna add in our salt. We're gonna put our mixer together now.
If we can. There we go.
Great. And we're gonna mix this on medium speed for 5 minutes. Next, we're gonna add in all of our wet ingredients. So to start, we're gonna add in 2 sticks of butter that are now at room temperature.
And you'll know they're at room temperature if you take them and you push your finger into them and they leave a little indent.
So we're gonna mix our butter for a few minutes until the butter is all incorporated in our dry ingredients and there's no longer any large chunks. Now we're gonna stop it, and you can notice that the batter has become thick. So to loosen it up, we're gonna add in our buttermilk next, and you can slowly add the buttermilk along the side of the pan, along the side of the bowl, so the butter doesn't splatter everywhere. There we go.
All right.
Now it's
Now
in.
we're back in business.
Okay. So although we had a little bump in the road, our batter is still looking exactly what it's supposed to look like, nice and loose. So our last step is to add in our vegetable oil and a little bit of vanilla extract to give it a nice sweet taste. You can speed it up a bit. Now that we've added all our ingredients, we can stop mixing. And it's time to dye our batter. Now we're gonna divide our batter into 6 equal portions using either a measuring cup or a measuring scale. And we're gonna take some food coloring and add some drops of food coloring until we get the desired color. So I'm gonna start with some purple. Okay, and now I'm gonna mix a bit. And now once we have all our colors prepared, we can add them to our baking pans. Now we're gonna take our pans that we previously buttered and floured, and we're gonna add our batter into them. You just pour it right down. Now we can just shake around the pan, make sure that it gets everywhere. And then you'll continue with your other 3 colors. Okay, so now we're gonna start assembling our cake. So we have our buttercream here.
And if you want to learn how to make your own buttercream to use in this cake, please be sure to check out our previous video.
So to start, we're just gonna take a little bit of buttercream and place it on the bottom of our cake board. This is just to keep the cake in place. That way when you're spreading it, it won't move all around. So just a little bit. And now we're gonna assemble our rainbow cake.
Okay, we're gonna start from the bottom up. So the first layer that we'll put is actually our purple layer.
And now we're gonna add a layer of buttercream on top of that. Okay, and we're just gonna do the same thing. We're gonna add some more buttercream and mix it all around. I find this to be like the most satisfying part. It's just so calming. Now, to make it look nice and smooth, we're gonna take our buttercream scraper. And you're just gonna start at one end and just twirl, 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 wrap it all around. And then you just continue doing that. So now wherever you see some holes, we can just fill them in again. And it doesn't have to be completely smooth because we're just gonna cover it in rainbow sprinkles.
For this last part, we've got our gloves on, and now we are going to cover this glorious cake in rainbow sprinkles. All right, so what do we do? Just grab and smush?
Grab a bunch and just smush it right on, yeah. It's gonna get messy, but here's a piece of our cake finally.
It looks so good. I really cannot wait to eat this. It looks amazing.
Me too, I can't wait to just dig in. This is just one of my many creations that I make. You can find me on my Instagram at Sabrina's Dolci.
And if you enjoyed this video and are inspired to give this rainbow cake a shot yourself, please be sure to give us a like. And if you're looking for more baking how-tos or another project to try out, please be sure to check out our how-to hub and subscribe.